If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. The world is going wild when they call for you. And the river's running dry when it all falls through. Don't you worry about a thing, baby, I got you. Yeah, baby, I got you.
Hello, my royal diamonds. Thank you so much for tuning into the Duchess of Success podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment on the video to help the algorithm find us. It is my pleasure to bring you all of the royal tea, honey. And if you would like to donate to the channel, please check out the links in the description box. All of your donations help to keep the channel running. Thank you for your support, and remember, you don't need a crown to be royal. We are all queens. Hello, everyone. Yes, we are doing a second podcast today, but this is going to be slightly shorter, maybe only half an hour. It's just because the podcast this morning, it was running, it was coming to like an hour, and I wanted it to be a little bit shorter. And so I'm going to basically go through a couple of the things I didn't go through this morning now. So thank you so much if you're joining me for a second time. Now, it is going past 11 a.m. here where I am at the bottom of the planet. So I don't know what time it is in Vancouver, but I haven't seen Harrigan come up on my feed. There were reports that we were meant to see them today, but again, if it doesn't come from the Sussex people, there's no confirmation, then I'm just gonna see, and when they pop up on my feed, they pop up on my feed. So hopefully we will see them today, and it'll be a great Valentine's treat. And I have also hit 37,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, Lightside, for reminding me. Thank you so much, all 37,000 plus of you. That is incredible. I could have never imagined that many people listening to my podcast. And can I also just say, after I went off the air, I got a couple other donations. Thank you to the anonymous person who bought me 5 coffees and said, "Great podcast." Thank you to Arlene for the 5 coffees. I thank you also to Miss Robin for the PayPal. You said supporting my sister. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And also Maggie and Margaret for the coffees that you sent just now. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Valentine's Day isn't just about, if you're in a romantic relationship, so it's just like showing love to everyone who shows love to you. And I'm so grateful to these 37,000 of you that show love uh, to me and are part of this incredible community. Are very much appreciated. Right, let's get into it. If you're looking for like super positive news, by the way, I did a lot more positive news in the morning. This is going to be a little bit more of a downer, but nonetheless quite interesting. But okay, I do have a little bit of positive news. Somebody who was on vacation in Cameroon saw this beautiful. They said drawing, but I don't know. It might be a painting. It looks like acrylic. But this beautiful piece of art while they were on vacation of Megan and her mum it on the wall in a restaurant. Phenomenal. It reminds me of where was I now? I'm gonna have to just jog my memory. Where was I? Where I saw a oh, actually, no, wait, no, this was no, I'm thinking maybe I was in a different country, but this was actually just in London randomly. I remember walking through a market and just seeing this huge mural of Diana in a restaurant. But lovely, whoever did this, I don't know who the artist is, but beautiful piece of artwork. And in Cameroon, giving ode not just to Megan, but also interestingly her mother as well. I think a lot of people appreciate the level of grace and strength it must have taken for Megan's mum to watch her daughter go through all of this, and also obviously the attacks against her as well. The beautiful piece of artwork there. Also, know that Megan loves her Aquazora shoes, and they have featured her several times on their Instagram page, but they have also featured her in a new ad. Blink and you'll probably miss it, but they have a new ad out where they, I think there's one part of the ad where it's flicking through a catalog and you just see Meghan and Harry and their engagement photos and also on their wedding day. So a cute little feature there from Aquazora shoes. Has anybody ever worn Aquazora shoes? Just because heels are expensive doesn't necessarily mean they're comfortable, but gotta assume because Megan just wears them all the time that they've gotta be worth their price tag. Also, the update of the Sussex.com website is news. This is actually a screenshot from Good Morning Britain. I didn't get the audio in time, but I'm actually, I think tomorrow, gonna play the audio of this particular news report because it was just hilarious. Somebody updating a homepage on their website should not be breaking news, even if it is a royal couple. This is just ridiculous. On Morning TV, like they updated their website, so what? And then you've got and there's no information on there that isn't public knowledge. It's just some new branding. It looks cool. And then you've got, the Metro, a click in the teeth for Charles. This is on the cover of the Metro. The Metro, by the way, is a free paper that's given out in the UK on the I don't know what other parts of the country it's given out, but on the London Underground in the morning. So it's like the Metro in the morning and the Evening Standard in the evening. Those are like the free papers that they give out on the Underground. So that's millions of people that see this. And this is what they've seen on the front page today, a click in the teeth for Charles, because Harry and Meghan updated their website. This is insane. Anyway, we know why the haters are hating. Because of all of this amazing work, Future of Media, Responsible Tech, Youth Power Fund, Supporting Parents, Working Project, under NAACP, Archville. Going back to this cover, actually, it just reminds me of what Harry said when he said, the media thrives on this conflict or creating conflict in the family and playing games. But at what Harry has stopped playing those games. So at what point are his family members gonna stop also playing those games? Because as soon as they stop playing those games, they'll be a lot more free. Or maybe they're just so deep in the trenches now they just can't get out. I don't know. Um, but yeah, there should not be this much hoo-ha over what is just a simple website update, for goodness sake. Like, this isn't anything that's not public information. But of course, they're gonna make a whole hoo-ha over nothing. Now, okay, before I go into Camilla, let me read your comments. Hey, for coming in. Yeah, it's a very beautiful portrait, simply stunning. By the way, if anybody likes art, or like painting in their spare time, there's an amazing YouTuber called The Art Sherpa. That's The Art Sherpa. And she does tutorials, mostly acrylic, but every now and again she does watercolor for beginner um painters. She also does intermediate and advanced pieces every now and again, but I never believed that I could paint, and I painted a peacock. So if you do want to get into art, that's a great place to start. Buy yourself some acrylics and look at some of the Art Sherpa tutorials, because I love her. I love doing art in my spare time. Great for your mental health, and it helps me to relax. So just a tip there. Happy Valentine's Day, Benjamin. Thank you for joining us. All right. Yes, on to this. So this was okay. It was in a Telegraph. Um, but then rehashed in all the other tabloids as well. So this is from the Daily Fail. The Duke of Sussex is said to have not wanted to be in the same room as Camilla. I refuse to call her the Queen. When speaking to his cancer-stricken father, King Charles. Well, who can blame him for not wanting to be in the same room with Camilla? Writing for the Telegraph, Camilla's friend and British journalist is that what we're calling her now? Petronella Wyatt said, Harry, I hear. Oh, who did you hear it from, Petronella? Who did you hear that from? Preferred not to be in the same room with his stepmother when he spoke to the king about his cancer diagnosis. Petronella, by the way, isn't she the same one who was a girlfriend slash mistress slash side piece situationship with Bojo? Yeah, that Petronella. The father of two made a flying visit to London from California to see his father for 30 minutes. It's no secret that Harry and Camilla share a troubled relationship after the Duke claimed in his memoir Spare last January that his stepmother was leaking stories about the royal family to the media to bolster her image. And here she is, still leaking stories now to Petronella, who's writing about it in the Telegraph. He also labelled her dangerous and a villain and claimed she had sacrificed him to improve her reputation. I think it's very misguided and says a lot about Camilla's personality that she would choose not to become an ally to Harry, but to sacrifice him to improve her reputation, because it hasn't worked. It just makes her look like the evil stepmother that we all assumed she was. And there's no amount of palace PR that's now going to change that. And I think this is just my hunch. I think that Camilla is so steeped in jealousy um, that she chose to try and destroy anything that reminded people of Diana. Because that's what she wants. She wants the love and the adoration that Diana had. It's not enough that Diana's gone. It's not enough that she got Charles. It's not enough that she's now being called by the media the Queen, although we'll never call her that. She has to destroy anything and everything that reminds people of Diana. But is it working? I don't think it is. Has there been this like huge swell of support, an outpouring of love, Diana level love for Camilla? No, there hasn't. It's literally being forced on us. Marcia, and I think Charles was the one that wanted privacy with Harry. I would imagine that they actually both probably wanted that privacy because it would have been a very awkward situation to have Camilla in that room. All right. Next thing I wanted to read. Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch will not get his slimy hands out of British politics. So he stepped down from his corporation, but here he is still getting his slimy hands, tentacles into British politics. So he apparently met with Rishi Sunak 5 times in a 12-month period. So let's just have a read of this because it's rather interesting. By the way, Hugh Grant, the actor Hugh Grant, who was part of the whole phone hacking trial, and he is on the board of Hacked Off, which is a media charity, I guess you could call it, or activist group that is working to hold the press accountable. He actually tweeted about this. So it says in The Guardian, the media mogul Rupert Murdoch met Rishi Sunak 5 times over a 12-month period before he stepped down as chair of News Corp in September last year, according to government records. And do you think they're meeting to discuss anything related to the well-being or the improvement of lives of the British people? Of course not. Official records of government meetings analysed by the campaign group Hacked Off show that the former head of News Corp, which owns the Times and the Sun newspaper in the UK, personally met government representatives 12 times between October 2022 and September 2023, including 5 meetings with the Prime Minister. Why does our Prime Minister need to meet 5 times with Rupert Murdoch? There should be a separation between press and government, both in balance, holding the other accountable, not getting to bed with each other. These include a dinner in December 2022 and a meeting the following day with Rupert Thompson, the CEO of News Corp, Rebecca Brooks. Oh, so Rebecca Brooks is still around? She's still around, y'all. And meeting with Rishi Sunak. Back to the good old days, like when she used to be buddy-buddy with David Cameron. The CEO of News UK. Oh yes. Oh, of course. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, Rupert. Yes, so Rebecca Brooks is the CEO of News UK, and after the phone hacking scandal, Rupert Murdoch gave her like a £30 million golden goodbye or something like that. That was Rebecca Brooks's punishment for her part in phone hacking. Millions for Murdoch to stay on his side and stay silent. The Times editor Tony Gallagher, former Sunday Times editor Emma Tucker, and Sun editor Victoria Newton, the lady we spoke about earlier today, to discuss the Prime Minister's priorities. Why does the head of the Sun newspaper have to meet with the Prime Minister to discuss his priorities? The Prime Minister's priorities should be the British people, not meeting with tabloid editors. The two men then met again in May 2023 for a political discussion, and again in June for the Times CEO Summit and subsequent party, and in September last year for a social meeting. There are no publicly available minutes of the meetings. Like, how is this just allowed? Previous Hacked analysis found that Rupert Murdoch had met ministers 5 times in 2018 and 2019 and had met Boris Johnson's 3 times during that period. The actor and Hacked Off campaigner Hugh Grant, whose damages claim against the Sun newspaper News Group newspapers, a subsidiary of News Corp, is expected to go to trial next year, called for an end to secretive meetings between media barons and the government, after the records showed that there were 534 meetings between the press and the government over a 12-month period. It isn't. I hats off to Hugh Grant. Thank you so much, sir, for trying your best to bring truth and transparency to this issue. But it should be other government ministers calling out these meetings, not an actor. Why aren't the people in power holding other people in power accountable? Because the best Hugh Grant can do is be an activist, bring light to the issue. But he's not in a position of power, as other people in government are, to hold these people accountable. Britain deserves politicians who will govern with integrity and in the interest of the British people, not take their lines from Murdoch and other unelected newspaper owners in secretive meetings. And this is what Harry was getting at in his statement when he talked about government and the press. This government's subservience to the press is pathetic and a betrayal of the public. We need to clean up our politics, starting with the undignified and undemocratic mutual back-scratching between politicians and the press, which has gone on for the last 9 years. Oh, it's been more than 9 years. I mean, how long, has Murdoch been stirring the pot? It's decades. Murdoch and Rothermere, let's not forget about Rothermere, hacked off, which has campaigned for tighter regulation of the British media, said the government had ignored recommendations made after the Leveson inquiry, set up following public outcry about the hacking scandal exposed by The Guardian in 2011. Sir Brian Leveson said the detail of any media policy matters discussed at meetings with ministers should be published. Hacktoff's analysis of the most recent data of ministerial meetings reveals that 72% of all meetings were with the right of centre press, defined by organisations as the Daily Mail, the Sun, the Times, New UK, Express, and the Telegraph, where 5% were with left of centre press, defined as the Guardian and the Mirror. Press meetings with Murdoch-owned publications accounted for 40% of the total, while the Telegraph. Oh, sorry, let me read that again. Press meetings with Murdoch-owned publications accounted for 40% of the total, while the Telegraph accounted for 19%. Meetings between the government and the Guardian accounted for 3% of the total. The records also show that on the 29th of March last year, when the government published the draft media bill, Culture Secretary Lucy Fraser had phone calls with the editors of the Mail, the Sun, and the Times. The bill, which aims to reform the regulation of public service broadcasting, radio, and online streaming, also rolls back a rule that could have required news outlets to pay the costs of people who sue them unless the news outlet is signed up to a state-backed press regulator, one of the key recommendations for the Leveson inquiry. And this is important because one of the problems is that people don't have the money to go up against these big tabloids and press organizations, even when they are in the wrong. Nathan Sparkles, the chief executive of Hacked Off, said the repeal of Section 40 of the Crime and Courts Act amounted to a rolling back of Leveson, which he described as a cynical attempt to win favor with certain newspapers and try to salvage a result at the next election. That's exactly what it is. He said, this is a government which has no regard for the interests of the public and is desperate to hang on to power at all costs. Well, there's also a responsibility on the public's part, right? If you are giving attention to the Daily Mail, to the Sun, if you're watching GB News, if you're watching Talk TV, you're feeding into this. A government spokesperson said all ministerial meetings were declared under the usual transparency processes. The spokesperson said, we are also committed to a free and independent press, and the bill's provisions to repeal Section 40 of the Crime and Courts Act will safeguard the future of public interest journalism in the UK. End of article. Well, there you have it. This is not democracy. This is absolutely not democracy. Okay, with that's actually all that I wanted to cover. So I'll get through your comments. Thank you so much, everyone, as always. Thank you. Oh, thank you to. Wait, who is this? Hasna Fururu. You bought 10 coffees. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. You said Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Little something to celebrate my beloved YouTuber providing hours of entertainment and wit and good humor. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your support as well. That means so, so much to me. So, so much to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, and very thoughtful message. Sean, you said time is running out for her at the age she's at. That huge number and the people she's trying to convince is not in her favor. No, it's not. And I believe now the tours to Australia and New Zealand will be cancelled. I mean, given how miserable Camilla looked in Kenya, that's probably a good thing. Because who wants to see that miserable face staring at them with them cold eyes? Shado, she hated that she was not worthy of being the mother of the heir. Yeah. Gosh. I think that Camilla is trying to play her hand as hard as she can now because she knows that at the end of the day, William will be king. There's like the more power she can grab now, the better. Simply Vigo, you said present government in bed. Corruption will continue to spread. It's is that root or rot? The press blackmailed the government, so the government members don't have any choice unless they start to live clean and pure. Exactly, and this is another thing, because they have all their secrets. When they literally go to parties with each other, they probably sleep with each other. So it's like, yeah, you stay in line, or I'm gonna let everybody know this about you. Lydia, and I was full of prayers for you when we did not hear from you. Oh, thank you. No, it honestly, guys and dolls, if I ever like go silent, you can still follow me on my personal travel page. Like I still post on there pretty much every day. Um, and even when I'm not doing the podcast, I'm still updating Twitter. I'm still updating the my royal Instagram page as well. So you can check if I'm around. Don't worry. But thank you so much for your concern. Benjamin, hey, hey. You said, I can't call Camilla Queen either. It's like it doesn't feel genuine to me. It's not real. Nor was that ever part of the deal. She was supposed to be princess consort, yes. But I think it even got downgraded from princess consort to just to to queen consort. Because there's something about like princess. Like you don't think princess when you look at when you look at Camilla. I mean, you don't think queen either, but queen has a certain like almost an age appropriateness to it, right? And or a maturity to it. The word queen has a maturity to it. Princess, I think princess, I think pretty, I think youthful, I think you know Diana's big sparkling eyes. So it was meant to be queen consort because they didn't want to get under anyone's skin with princess, and then she just decided we're gonna go full steam ahead with queen. I don't know. Murdoch did this with Blair before '97. Exactly, he's been doing it for a while, and that's just in the UK. He's also been doing it in Australia and the US. And also, got to remember that Harry uh, is obviously wrapped up in these court battles with these media giants and all these nefarious figures, and they're throwing absolutely everything at them to threaten him and to get him to stop. Because it's a big deal for anyone to be going up against these people, more so the son of the British crown. Thrive with stride. Yes, you having an amazing Valentine's Day too. I mean, every day should be amazing, really, right? We should show love every day. All right, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't on your way out. I appreciate you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see Harry and Meghan. Ciao.
If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. And the world is going wild when they call for you. And the river's running dry when it all falls through. Don't you worry about a thing, baby, I got you. Yeah, baby, I got you.
Hello, my royal diamonds. Thank you so much for tuning into the Duchess of Success podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment on the video to help the algorithm find us. It is my pleasure to bring you all of the royal tea, honey. And if you would like to donate to the channel, please check out the links in the description box. All of your donations help to keep the channel running. Thank you for your support, and remember, you don't need a crown to be royal. We are all queens.